welcome to Wistful Vision. This, I am hoping, I'll have to put it that way, I'm going to try to limit the cards. This is about your love in June. So here we've got 3 different cards: familial love, romantic love, platonic love. Okay? And I didn't set it all up as a pick a card type of thing. We're going to do this a bit differently, however. I'm going to try and split it up. So, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but let's see how this turns out. So, the first group, we'll talk about familial love. Okay? Let's put this over here. Familial love is first. Second is romantic. Third is platonic. Okay? So whichever one you resonate with, that's the chapter you go to. Alright? Maybe you resonate with them all. I have no idea. It's all good. We got a rose quartz here. Represents love. So, we will move into the first read. So the first group is familial love, and this is about the love within your family. And again, I'm going to try and limit the amount of cards because I just don't want this one to be too long. Is what it is, because this is for June. It's limited to the month of June. So how your familial love will be in June. There's like 3 decks that want to talk, but they got to figure out which one. Okay, Sun and Moon Tarot deck. They want to come out and speak for your familial love. If I can just shuffle it right. Man, I got really, I got dog shit shuffling here. It's ridiculous. Now I'm gonna do this one a bit differently. Usually this is the last one. Usually I will just shuffle until the cards fly out. But today I'm gonna split it and flip it. Okay? Oh shit, that one wants to be on its own. And figure out how they want to go. And that one surprisingly wants to be in the bottom. Okay. So, familial love. Alright, so it seems that you guys are going to have a bit of turbulence in June. You got the 7 of Cups, the Tower, and the 3 of Cups in reverse. So a bit of turbulence doesn't mean it's going to be absolutely terrible. It just means that there's going to be something that's going to disrupt your happiness for whichever amount of time within June. And the cards are just letting you know this is what's going to happen. So at first, everything's going to seem hunky-dory. However, there are underlying things that's going on that you're not aware of. Okay, it's not that you're ignoring it. It's that they hadn't exposed themselves yet. So as soon as they expose themselves, this is where you're going to hit the turbulence. There's going to be a lot of decisions that you're going to have to make. And until you've made these decisions and actually come to some kind of solution that works for you and your family, whether it's your siblings and parents or your spouse and your children or what have you, until then, your happiness in the month is going to be disrupted. Okay? That's it. Now, the 3 of Wands wants to depict the bottom of the deck along with the card at the bottom of the deck that I hadn't gotten to yet. the Three of Wands. All this is saying is that with these cards, with these situations that's going to arise, you're going to need to lean on your morals and values in order to make the appropriate decisions, because it's not just you involved with it. You have the rest of your family involved. Okay? Bottom of the deck, Princess of Cups in reverse. Now, this is... You're going to get through it. Okay? It's going to be fine, because you're going to... Yeah, that's just really throwing itself at you. You're going to remember your morals and values. You're going to lean on it. And that's going to get you through this. Okay? So, all in all, it's still going to be an okay month. It's just going to be a little bit turbulent within your family. So, I would suggest not stressing too much over it, because the energy that I'm getting is not terrible. Okay, it's just going to be a bit of turbulence. Everybody has their ups and downs, especially every family when there's multiple personalities within one unit. So it doesn't mean that your unit is going to fall apart, and it's certainly not going to feel that way, because these situations that are going to come up are minor. And chances are you will get through it by the end of June. I don't feel this extending into July. Now, I've already cleared the deck and I'm moving on to the next group. For the second group, you got romantic love. So we're going to take a look at the person of interest in your life, your spouse, or your boyfriend or girlfriend. You know, we're going to take a look at that as soon as the cards figure out what it is they want to say. Who wants to talk? Oh, all right. My animal totem tarot deck wants to speak. Now, generally this deck doesn't like to be read in reverse. Unless they absolutely have to, they don't like it. There are other decks that prefer to be read in reverse. So that kind of allows, because I have a few decks. I have a few decks that does not like to be read in reverse. Interesting. So, yeah. That kind of gives, because I have other decks that can be, it kind of gives the other ones an out. So, usually what I do is I shuffle, and I take what falls out, what's thrown at me. But this time, because I want to try and keep it as short as possible, this is for the month of June. And only for the month of June. I'm not going to look beyond June. And I'm going to shuffle, cut, and flip. Okay? Because this is how I'm going to try. Oh, and again, see, this is the last one too, just a single card. They want to, and again, this card wants to be, oh, wait a minute. Yep, this card wants to be at the bottom. Okay, I want to keep it short. That's what it comes down to. 3 cards. You got the 6 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Cups. Okay. So this is basically for those of you who have a love interest or a boyfriend or girlfriend. This is not a spousal marriage type thing. Not for this one anyway. Okay? So for this set of people, with your love interest, with your boyfriend or girlfriend, for the month of June, there's going to be a bit of issues that's just going to come flying in. And the two of you are going to try and work it out. You're going to try and hold it together. Okay? You're going to feel like you want to run away. You want to leave. You just want to get the hell out of Dodge right now. And you will. Or they will. Okay? This is for June. Maybe you guys will get through to the end of June and everything is hunky-dory in July. I don't know because I'm not going to do that read. So, next up, we have... I'm going to split it again. And again, a single card. This one I think is for the spouses, those of you with spouses, with husbands, wives, whichever. Oh, that flipped for a reason. Eight of Swords just flipped. Oh, keep that in mind. Okay. So, for those of you in a marriage-like relationship, you got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Hierophant. Okay, so this is pretty decent. You're going to have a bit of financial issues. Whether your spouse is going to tell you about it or not. Maybe they spent money on something and they don't tell you. Maybe there's a new bill that just sprung up out of nowhere. Some kind of financial situation is going to spring up and surprise you. You're going to wonder if you're going to make it through. That is a concern, obviously. But you're going to be fine. Okay? You're going to be absolutely fine. See, this is the pair of you. And this is what you have supporting you. Okay? Your higher self, spirit, whomever, they're all there and they're all washing everything away. So you're going to be fine. Okay, that's the outlook with the energy right now in this moment. This also tells you that you already have the answers to whatever financial situation that comes up. And you're going to stress about it, but you don't have to worry about it. Everything is going to work out in the end. You got justice and the right setup. And this is for the both of you. So even if your boyfriend, girlfriend, or what have you, your love interest just runs away from you, or you decide to run away from them, it is justified because it's already in the stars, it's in the air, it's, it would be like a blessing in disguise. Okay, so if you guys decide to run, don't worry. Things could have turned out worse had you stayed. Now, if you do decide to stay, it doesn't mean it's really going to turn out worse because I don't know. I'm not looking that far ahead. But it is justified. Those of you in the marriage-like relationship who's going to have this financial thing spring up on you, it is justified. It's fine. Okay? There's maybe two of you I'm picking up on. It has something to do with legality. So perhaps this money pop-up thing could be a fine that you forgot to pay, or somebody is suing you in civil court for, whatever. The money isn't high. I mean, it's high, but it isn't high. We're talking no more than a couple thousand, few thousand. 3,000 or less. Let's keep it there. Okay, so it could be small claims court. Who knows? You guys will get through it. It'll all balance out. It'll all equal in the end. Okay? The bottom of okay, so the deck doesn't want to expose the card at the bottom. This one I took from the top. That wants to be the bottom of the deck. All right? And I think you guys will be all right, Like I said, this deck really doesn't like to be read in reverse, but for whatever reason they gave me cards in reverse. So, because I don't shuffle it to mix it that way. But it's okay. this deck is fine with the message that they gave you. They are content with it. And they were happy to pass along the message to you. Alright, so I'm just going to clear this deck from this read, and I'm going to move on to the next group. Alright, thank you for watching, and I look forward to sensing your energies again. This is the last group for your love life in June. This chapter is regarding Platonic love. So this could be between you and your best friend, you and a coworker, because it is possible for people to just adore your coworker. Whatever. It's Platonic. It is what it is. Okay? So which deck wants to come out? There's a couple of them that want to, and it looks like, let's see, my Nightmare Before Christmas deck is coming out. Oh, sorry, that was terrible. Let's try to shuffle a bit proper here. Typically I shuffle, and I let the cards fly out. The deck will just spit out at me, but I want to keep this short. So this time, this is the last one. This time I'm going to shuffle it, cut it, and then flip it. Okay? Because I want to limit it to, it's going to be limited to, okay. Yeah, that's, no, you're not fine. You're not, there you are. I'm going to limit it to 3 cards. If I can, but I'm going to just keep it short as soon as we get this together here. Alright. So for Platonic love for the month of June. Cool. 3 of Potions in reverse. 4 of Potions. Page of Needles. So, for Platonic love, you and your best friends, you and your coworker, you and whomever. Platonic love, you and this other person. Everything's going to be fine. You will not have to face any kind of decision. There won't be any well, I can't say disagreements because everybody has disagreements, but it won't be worse than that. Okay? It's not going to be enough to disrupt your life. It's like choosing where to get ice cream as opposed to who's at fault for something. It's not terrible, okay? But you can be fine. 4 of Potions, it's connectivity between you and your, whoever this person is. As above, so below. You know each other really well. You're comfortable with each other. You love each other, of course. All that is fine. There's no disruptions here whatsoever. The Page of Needles. You may struggle to vocalize some things, and that will be because you will be deciding if it's worth it or not. It's a pick your battle type of deal. Okay? So, okay. 5 of Candles in reverse. Should you not vocalize what it is that's bothering you, it will build up in time. I'm not checking in July because it kind of feels like in July it might come out, but I'm not going to flip any cards for that. Right now we're in June. So whatever you vocalize, it's going to add up and it's going to cause a bit of problems between the two of you. But again, in June, everything will be fine. Probably by the end of June is when something's going to come up where you're going to have to, like, again, it's a pick your battle type of thing. Is it really worth it? I'm telling you, it will be worth it. So voice your thoughts, your opinions, your feelings. Make sure that's spouted. You can avoid this if you do so. This card wants to be flipped for some reason too. Queen of Presents in reverse. Okay. So this is it's got to do with like your boundaries. It could be financial boundaries, it could be personal boundaries, but it's got to do with your boundaries. That's what's going on here. And again, it's like a pet peeve. So someone leaving their socks on the floor, like personally that drives me insane, but I pick my battles and I don't always make a stink about it. I make a stink about it once every 3 months after picking it up all the time. So you will feel the need to say something, even if it's something about them that just bugs you to no end, and you're allowed to have that. I had a friend of mine tell me that she can't stand how slow I eat, and then she apologized for feeling that way, and hoped I would understand. Of course I understand. I know I'm a slow eater. I get it. I like to taste my food. I like to enjoy it, but it's not what other people prefer. They just eat. So if it takes them a half an hour to eat something, it will take me an hour. I'm a slow eater. But it could be something like that. It's just something that you don't like about the other person, something about the other person that just bugs you to no end. Maybe it crosses it's like, again, a pet peeve, or it tickles and wow. I guess I'm on a roll. Tickles your boundaries the wrong way, like your morals and values, or just you prefer to walk faster than the other person, and the other person kind of you feel slows you down. Just voice it. Okay, just voice it. You can avoid the fight later on, because it's going to bug you. It's going to explode. It won't be a huge thing, but it's something, and there's nothing wrong with just vocalizing it, because they'll forgive you. You love each other. Okay, you do. It's there. Y'all are connected. This is platonic love for June. So don't worry about it. I tried really hard to keep this short, and I'm a little bit winded, but that's pretty much all that needs to be said at this point, because I am not moving into July. June. Platonic love. Don't worry about what the other person will think of you should you vocalize your pet peeve of them. Honestly, I think it's a healthy thing, because energies change. So if your friend or coworker or whoever puts their feet up on a table and you can't stand that, but you don't say anything because it's so minor, tell the person. Just tell them it really bugs you that they put their feet up on the table. Tell them. They can listen to you or not. If it's a boundary, set that boundary in your house, but you cannot set that boundary in theirs, okay? So there's got to be that level of acceptance. Beyond that, you guys are fine. I will call it something minor compared to a lot of other issues that can arise between people, So don't worry too much, don't fret too much. If it's bugging your mind, it's been bugging your mind forever, just say it, okay? Now this deck has already been cleared, so I'm going to let you guys go, and and try to enjoy your June as best as possible.